Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, me and my best friend Chase created a list of things that we wish we knew before we went to college. I wish that somebody would have told me these things before I went to college because I think I would have been better off if someone had told me them. And honestly, the list is mostly things that I felt and she felt, so maybe it changes and varies for you, but these are the things that we thought were important and wish somebody would have told us before we went to college. So let's get started. Number one, you're not going to get along with everybody. I learned this very quickly. I thought I was going to go into college, everyone's going to be so sweet and nice, and I thought my roommates were going to be awesome. I walked in there just to learn how lucky I was to not get stuck with the roommate that I thought I was going to have to be stuck with, and that's kind of rude to say, but honestly I was happy with the situation that I got put in, but I did have some little, like, what do you call them, arguments, kinks that I wanted to work out. No, well, maybe not necessarily wanted to, but that did happen, and it taught me that a lot of the times you aren't going to get along with everybody, and I found that I get along better with guys usually. She's about the only person that's a girl that I get along with.
And I would just say, like, honestly, of course everyone going into college is planning on making friends. Everybody wants to meet people just because, you know, you go into it kind of, it's like a blind experience.
Yeah.
And so you're open and everything, but honestly, most of the time, you get along at first because you're doing all the hallmate stuff, you're kind of being forced to get out of your comfort zone and communicate with people, but you just quickly learn that you're not as similar as you could be, and honestly, yes, you will make your best friends, but you also will realize that it's not going to happen with everyone. So I think that's a normal thing for most people.
Agreed. Number two, your high school taught you absolutely nothing about the homework and course load in college. I don't know how many times in high school I heard, oh, you're gonna have to do this in college, or like, oh, like you have to work harder because college, and I got to college and everything that I had learned in high school or prepared for, or what teachers told me college was gonna be about, was absolutely nothing the same. I swear to God, I struggled so much more once I got to college. I all of a sudden didn't even remember how to write a paper. Like, I was struggling really hard, and I wish that somebody would have told me, you have to work harder in college, things are going to be so different. And I was like mind boggled by like how different high school and college really were, and how short of a time span you have to adjust to those changes.
Yeah, like it's absolutely going to be different. Just for me, I'm going into my junior year of college, so I kind of learned quickly just the difference in high school course load versus college. And honestly, like, you know, the typical MLA format for high school, and then you get to college and you have professors who are just assuming you know like 5 different styles of writing, and they just assume that you're going to write a paper and it's going to be no issue. But honestly, it's not your professor's responsibility to, you know, if you have questions on the homework, of course let them know, but like if they, you know, your professors have expectations of you, so if you know, if they're giving you an assignment, it is up to you to kind of connect with other peers or ask friends, or even like go to the library and check out books to help you, because I remember having to write like 4 different papers in about 3 different styles of writing, which was a huge change. You know, it's not the typical MLA, it's not going to be all the same. You know, you could be writing an essay for a homework assignment one night, you know, it just depends the course load. And I think that you have to go into college knowing that you've got to be open to working on homework about 4 hours a day.
4 hours a day.
Maybe even more. It just depending on how many credits you take. And it's all about not procrastinating.
Yeah, it's all about how much work that you're going to put into your course and what you want to get out of the course.
Which is like staying organized. So write down all your assignments, stay organized, keep a planner. I know we did, that helped us stay organized. And I even kind of mapped out daily, like, things I wanted to get done that day. That way the next day I have more time. It's a checklist. And so whenever you check something off, it just makes you feel like
I know, I love like highlighting over and being like done,
Yeah.
I can move on to the next thing. It just makes me feel so much more accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
And then building off of what you said about professors, teachers and professors I found were like not as intimidating as I thought they were. They see thousands of students probably daily.
Yeah.
And if you would like take the opportunity to just email them, go into their like
office hours.
Office hours, yeah. Go into their office hours and just introduce yourself. They're going to be so much more willing to help you and answer your questions. They're going to be nicer. They might even give you an extra credit assignment if you happen to ask for them, which are very, very rare in college. And I found that a lot of them are actually really sweet and very nice. I really didn't have a bad experience with the professor. Sometimes they don't necessarily speak the greatest English, but that's just a barrier that you have to get over and learn how to get past that course with the professor. And it's honestly how much work that you're going to be willing to put into it.
I think that office hours are so important because a lot of times, like, you go into this lecture class that is nothing like high school, and it's going to be, you know, instead of, you know, maybe the 30-person class that you had in high school versus 300 kids in a lecture hall. And you're not always going to be able to have your questions answered, you know, during the lecture. So, like, I highly advise you, just from past experience, go to the office hours. Even if it's just the TA there, like, the TA is there to help you out as much as possible, because the professor obviously has so much going on. But if you can make those connections with your professors, do it early on, because it's just going to make your life easier.
Put your foot in the door
Yeah.
with them. So number 4, you will probably get homesick a lot. I know that I did. I'm an only child, so when I left for college, I remember going back to my dorm after I said goodbye to my parents, and I went up there and the room was empty, and I cried for like half an hour because I was
She
like,
called me. I remember you calling me that night, and you were like, I can't do this, like, it's so new. And I just notified her, like, you're 30 minutes from home, not even. Your parents are right there. You can go home whenever you want, but it's such a good, like, growing and learning experience.
yeah, after I got past that first week, I was like so much better. I had my little friends on my floor that I could talk to and hang out with, and it just got so much better after the first week. The first week is like the hardest week. The first night was like so scary to me. I was like sitting at my desk crying. There was like junk all over the floor from move-in day. I just remember being like, I cannot do this. Like, I will not make it. I just want to go home. I don't want to be here. And I just stuck it out. I just took each day by day. And once like school got started, I had something to distract my mind.
Yeah.
And before I knew it, I was like, I want to be at the dorms. I want to be with my friends. I don't want to be at home.
Well, the thing is like, for me personally, I am so strong on my independence. I love, you know, going to new places, and as much as I love my family and being with my family, I had zero issues with moving into the dorms, probably because I knew my roommate. Like, whereas Amanda, she had like a crazy roommate story, which could be in another vlog. But basically, you know, I was good friends with the girl who I roomed with, and I know some people are hesitant about that because they're like, don't room with your best friends. But she was different. Shout out to you, Hannah, if you're watching this. But we just worked really well together, and that definitely made my transition easier just because we had each other. And honestly, like we said, like, you will make so many friends, and everyone is kind of in the same boat. You'll meet kids who are so happy to be away from their families, and others who are so homesick that, like, they need you to help them. So honestly, make the most of it, because it's a great experience, dorm life. So
yeah, that was the next one.
Oh.
It says the dorm life experience is what you make of it.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you're gonna mope around and just like hang out in your room all the time and like not talk to people on your floor, that's exactly what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Is you're gonna be moping the whole time. When I first got to my dorm, my RA, Charlie, who is awesome, got everyone together. It was like, let's go to dinner, and we all introduced ourselves, started talking, found out things we had in common, where all these people were from, which there was just people from across the United States on our floor. And it was so cool just to be able to talk to people. And then once we got back to the hall, we all just like hung out in our own rooms, and it was super fun. I remember sitting in my room, we played like Cards Against Humanity on the floor or something, and we all just like got along really well. And that's just like, Charlie got us all together, but after that, it was what we made of it to become friends on the floor.
Yeah, I loved my RA, and my dorm experience, she was definitely closer with all of her hallmates for sure, but we had the open door policy, and I like totally recommend, like, leave your door open, especially the first week of school. And people, like, I remember Hannah and I always playing music, always doing something. It would kind of draw people in, and then we'd start a conversation. And maybe that sounds so weird for some people because you could be an introvert, and I'm like totally an extrovert.
Oh yeah.
And so I loved walking into people's rooms who I didn't know and just like starting a conversation, getting to know them. That's like the best thing to do. And I met a lot of Amanda's hallmates, and they were all like awesome people. So she got really lucky.
I got so lucky.
But yeah, the RA is a lot of it too. Like, if you have a great RA, he's gonna want to get the whole floor and hall.
I mean, he played volleyball with us on the sand court the first week. So I mean, like, It was really awesome. And back on the open door policy, I swear to God, we only, like, if we were in our
Doors
room,
ever closed, yeah.
yeah, in our room, we never, if we were in it, the door was always open. We would know who was home because their door would be open. And that just made it like so much more like, hey, what are you doing? Like, hey, like, do you need to do laundry?
Yeah.
Or like, do you want to go get food? There was just like, we always knew who was home. It was so, so fun being on that floor. Like, I grieve not being able to go back to that
I know,
floor.
I miss the dorms, I really do.
Yeah.
It was a good experience.
Okay, I don't even know what number this is, but whatever. I'll count in somewhere on the screen.
Number 6 is what we're on.
I skipped one, so
No, but it's still
I don't know.
number 6.
You will make a lot of mistakes, but it's how you handle them. This is like another story video maybe, but I had to drop out my second semester just with some like medical problems and stress and anxiety. But I think that if I had tried harder on myself and pushed myself harder, that I would have been able to conquer or successfully complete that semester. And I think it's just how much effort that you put into it and letting like outside forces of your like body and other people and professors and courseworks and maybe you didn't do so well on a test. It's just putting those other things aside and figuring out how you're going to make it work.
Honestly, like with that, I don't know, just living in the dorms, it is extremely different, obviously, than living at home
distracting.
because, one, like, it's like official adult status.
Yeah.
Like, you're adulting, you're on your own for the first time, like, maybe ever. And for those, like, whose parents are super close to them, who are used to, like, having their parents do a lot of things for them, like, you're an only child, so your parents are always involved in everything that's going on in her life. So, like, for her especially, not having someone, you know, helping her, you know, get out of bed every morning and just have that constant routine, like, that's why she's, you know, having later class times this year,
like
you know.
11.
But honestly, if you just, like, push yourself, get into a routine, be excited, because college is such a fun time. And like we were talking about, it's what you make of it. You may love it or hate it, but at least, like, don't give up so quickly. Like, get through the first year. If you realize it's not for you, then whatever.
Reassess after that. Nobody cares that you wear sweatpants every day this week.
Yeah.
She knows, like, I only wear sweatpants, leggings, and t-shirts.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's all I wear during college. It is so simple. Honestly, nobody cares what you wear. Some people show up in their pajamas. I had someone show up in a freaking Spider-Man suit. Like, it's like, nobody cares what you're wearing. Your tooth went into my shoulder.
Oh.
Are you okay?
Yeah, are you okay?
It's a little red.
Oh, that happened.
I don't know. You were just...
Anyway.
Anyway, nobody cares what you wear. You wear whatever you want to wear. No one's gonna judge you. You be comfortable. Honestly, like, it doesn't matter what
Yeah,
you wear.
like in high school, people are always judging. And I don't know, it's just it's so dumb to think, like, whatever. But in college, you're there to learn. You have lectures of
You're paying like
maybe like
$7,000.
100, yeah,
No one
100
cares.
to 400 students could be. And like nobody cares. No one's even going to be remembering what you wore the day before.
Yeah.
Honestly. So it's not a big deal. Wear the sweatpants, wear the slippers.
Dining hall food is not your mother's.
It's not.
I was like, oh good, like I won't, like, I'll just, like, you just walk in there, you get whatever you want, it'll be great. Walk in there, it is absolutely disgusting. Like, I swear to God, I ate the same thing every day because it was the only thing that I could find that was actually good.
The freshman 15 is real. For those of us who do have a little bit of a high metabolism, we were kind of lucky because even though maybe we had some unlimited meal swipes, take advantage, which reminds me to take advantage of the like on-campus gym.
Take advantage of the ice cream bar at your school.
Well, they say free, you know, but it's not. Obviously, it goes in the tuition. But honestly, like some dining halls will have good food, but I promise you, you will get so sick of it.
Yep.
Like, I never hated sandwiches more until I had them like every single day for lunch.
At
in the dining hall.
CU, they have those panini presses, and they're so good. Like, they are good, but you cannot eat more than one.
You'll
in,
just
like,
get so
2
sick
days.
of it. So, like, right now, just take into account how much you appreciate your parents' cooking because it's not going to happen. So that's why you could treat yourself every once in a while and go out to dinner and just remember the good times.
Or decide that you would rather have ramen in your dorm room. because that was me and it's cheap. This is the last one that we came up with, and it is experiment with new classes.
Yeah, I kind of brought this one into mine because just for me, I went into college undeclared. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I knew the interest that I had, but there wasn't really a major that lined up for me. So because of that, of course, I took like my basic core classes, but then I also like added a couple classes that I may not normally, think about, and I took them, and it kind of helped me narrow down into what I wanted. Like, I'm really not a business major because I don't like math. I don't like all the analytical stuff. So I realized that I loved, public relations and communicating with people. And so that's why I'm going that route. But honestly, I would just say experiment with new classes because like, even if you don't like it, your first year of classes really doesn't matter.
No.
It's like the basics. I don't know. And
Like,
you thought you were going to do something
Yeah,
completely
I took like a whole bunch of science classes, took chemistry, and was like, I can't do this. Like, no way. And in high school, I loved math. Like, I was always I just liked going to math class. Like, I would enjoy going. So I decided to take some math courses, and now that's what I'm doing. So it's just like, fine. Like, maybe you want to be something and you try those classes like me, and you're like, no. And you try to follow your passion and like what you actually like to do. And there's plenty of courses out there for like passions. Like, you like social media, there's classes and degrees for that. I like math, there's classes and degrees for that. I know that my friends love theater, there's classes and degrees for theater. And there's art majors and humanitarian and history.
I hate when people say, oh, you're a communications major, that's easy. It's like, okay, listen. Listen.
I'm an education major, and people
so
are like, that's so easy.
It's like, if you're not doing business or engineering or science, oh, you're taking the easy route. But that's not the case. Ignore the haters.
Hey, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. I was too busy blocking out the haters.
People are working just as hard in those degrees to succeed in what they want to do.
It doesn't matter. Like, ultimately, it just matters that you're going into the path that you want. And,
honestly, some of the, what people consider easy degrees are some of the most important degrees. Like, you're going into communications, that's influencing people, like, whether it's on social media, blog posts, it's influencing people. And if you're working for a company and you're trying to influence them to buy a product, that's making money for the company. For me, education, you're teaching the next generation of kids to grow up and go to college. So it's like, those degrees are so important, but people are considering them easy.
I know.
Anyway,
that's all I have.
Yeah, that's like all we had written down. I'm sure we missed a couple of things. Again, these were our personal experiences. Maybe you won't have that experience. Maybe your school has like the best food ever. Colorado Boulder does not. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I'm kind of on my channel doing like a little like college series. So I'm gonna make a playlist and link that down below for you guys if you want to check out some of the other college videos I've done. And I'm moving in like
3 days.
And so I'm gonna do a move-in vlog and then do like an apartment tour, do like welcome week at CU because it's so fun, and I'm sure that a lot of people have questions about what welcome week actually is at a college, because I never see like videos from welcome week on my feed. So, and then we'll just do like a week in my life in college or something. But I'm really excited for this year. I know that you are too, and I'm excited to just have more experiences together.
I know, I'm excited. So
I really hope that you guys liked this video. If you do, please subscribe to my channel and like this video, and go check out my other videos.
Alright, bye guys.
Have a great day. I'm pretty. Okay. Here's a little. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a list of things that me and my best friend Chase created of 10. No, let's start over. I mean, there's not a number. Cut.
And go.
I have to pull my hair out.
There's gonna be a lot of bloopers in this.
Okay, ready? 99 cents a pouch. What do you mean 69 cents a pouch?
Yeah.
Did you know that ramen actually is 2 servings per packet?
What?
Yeah.
Right.
Like you know how like there's 2 layers? You're supposed to split it, and one of them's 1 serving.
No way.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I know.
What? No, you are not going to be a guinea pig. Signing off.